Poker vlogging can be really fun,
Come on. Ah. Finally.
but it does have one major downside: card death. When you're vlogging, your phone's on the rail, you can't be watching YouTube, playing Fruit Ninja, grinding Zynga Poker. It's just not possible. I had an idea. What if I can keep myself entertained by trying to collect every white chip on the table? I told my buddy Jay about the idea. He loved it. Next thing you know, we're turning words into action. Let's see how it went.
You have a very charming voice.
My collection got off to a hot start. I ordered a green tea, paid with a $5 chip, got 2 whites back. Then I used a red chip in the small blind, folded, and got 4 back. So we're starting our collection with 6 before we even play a hand. Then I'm dealt pocket deuces in the big blind. There's a button limp and a small blind limp, and I'm not gonna lie, guys, I was absolutely fired up for this challenge. With 4 white chips up for grabs, I know I gotta squeeze this. I make it $15 to go, and only the button makes the call. Off to a flop of 9-6-3 rainbow. If you know my playstyle, you know I'm checking out of position single raise pots 99% of the time, but today's different. We're not going for maximum EV, we're going for maximum white chips, and there's a few out there would very much like to take the pot down right now. I bet $10, and unfortunately, she makes the call. The turn's a 5 of clubs, bringing in a backdoor flush draw. I really don't know what to do. I've played this hand like a massive fish. I'm not used to this, guys. I'm GTO. But I decide to check, thinking I have some showdown. Maybe the white chips will be coming home. But then she bets $15. This bet is pretty small, and I have a pair and a gut shot. I guess I call? Yeah, call definitely the move. I'm only risking 3 red chips to win 4 white chips. The math checks out, and we're off to a river, which comes the deuce of spades. Immediately rewarded for my absolutely grotesque and disgusting botchery of this hand. But now I have a decision. Am I just going to check it over to this woman? I just sat down. I have no idea how she plays. And when that's the case, I look at a normal 1-2 or 1-3 player and just assume they're going to be really passive. So I decide to bet out for $55. She huffs, she puffs, but eventually she folds. So we're taking down the first pot and, more importantly, 4 more white chips for our collection. Folded my blinds again, acquired 7 more white chips, and we're at 17 now. Guys, check out this unbelievable strategy. Just by posting your small and big blind with red chips, you'll collect 7 no matter what every orbit. This hand, there's 4 limpers, which means 8 white chips up for grabs, and I peel ace, jack of diamonds in the small blind. Excellent opportunity to take down these white chips with a little bit of pre-flop aggression. I make it $20 to go, and 3 of the limpers call, so that failed spectacularly. We're going to be 4 ways to a flop out of position. Let's see if the dealer can bail us out, and she does. The flop comes queen, jack, 4 with 2 diamonds. Checking or betting is probably fine in this spot, but I go for the aggressive route, considering there's 6 whites in the middle, 2 from the big blind, 2 from the limper that folded, and 2 from the rake. I bet $25. Action folds around to an endgame boss OMC, who raises to $75. This is an incredibly strong message. At the very worst, he has ace queen in this spot. This guy for sure has a monster, but unfortunately for him, so do I. Out of position, I have to realize all my equity here. I have an over, middle pair, nut flush draw, backdoor full house draw, backdoor royal draw, the entire world. I grip it, I rip it, and jam for his remaining $130. We fade the snap call, which should mean he doesn't have pocket queens. Would never put it past an OMC to tank with top set, but the longer he tanks, the less likely it is. So we're feeling good. We'll take a fold. We'll take a call. After much huffery puffery, he sticks in the call. We get there immediately with the 5 of diamonds on the turn and the ace of hearts on the river. So we have the nuts and also 2 pair. Feeling pretty good. We fast roll him once the 5 of diamonds hits, and then he turns over pocket kings. Guys, These limp callers are advancing at a rate I don't think poker has ever seen. Last episode, we had somebody with pocket queens limp call, and now we have the endgame OMC limp calling with pocket kings. There's only one step up from here, guys. Let's see if we can catch one next episode. After this hand, we have a total of 41 white chips, so things are going excellent so far. 2 limpers, queen 7 of hearts, raise, take it down, 6 free white chips, let's go. Jack 9 of spades, 2 limpers, bump it up. Oh shit, I get called by the cutoff. Flop a flush draw on a queen high board, get donked into, call. Board pairs on the turn, she bets again, I call again. Brick the river, she bets, I fold. Didn't lose any white chips, but lost a lot of self-respect. Next hand, the $5 straddles on, there's one call, and I peel ace 10 offsuit. I raise to $20, the cutoff folds, and the button raises to 50. Action folds to me, and now we're in a weird spot. Don't get me wrong, ace 10 out of position facing a 3-bet is a snap fold 100% of the time, but against this sizing, can I really fold? Absolutely not. I stick in the money, and the flop comes ace 9-3 with 2 hearts. I check, and he bets $75. This guy means business. We've been playing together for almost 2 hours. This is his first 3-bet, and then he continues for $75. Something tells me this guy might be pretty strong. When you face this type of aggression against 1-2 and 1-3 players, guys, just overfold. Like, they're never bluffing. I don't listen to my own advice. I call thinking, I can't call pre-flop, spike top pair, and then fold to a C-bet. This is all pretty true. I stick the money in, and the turn's an offsuit 5. I check, praying he checks back, but he just goes ahead and rips it all in for $350 effective. This puts me in a miserable tank. Could this guy be rage shoving pocket kings? This guy doesn't seem like he would even 3-bet ace king or ace queen. I don't know what to do. I should have just folded pre. This spot sucks. Even though there's only one combination of pocket aces left, I'm pretty sure he just flopped top set. Doesn't want me to get there with a flush draw. Just classic nit activities. I lay it down. Guys, there's always going to be better spots against these players. You don't need to get stacked with top pair, mediocre kicker. Folding doesn't feel great, but I think it's the right play against a nit like this. After the Jack 9 and Ace 10 hand, I'm now stuck about $100. I'm not super tilted, but I'd say I'm a little bit tilted. I look at all my white chips. They help me calm down. Challenge is going great, and just when I needed it the most, the dealer gives me ace king. Nothing snaps you out of a bad mood quite like a premium on the button. Action folds to the cutoff, who makes it $12. I 3-bet to 45. Action folds back to her, and she makes the call. The flop comes above average. Ace king 5 rainbow. I have notes on this player. She donks a lot. It seems like her poker strategy is if she has a pair, she just shoves money into the middle, which is really good in this situation. She doesn't disappoint. She bets $55 into my top 2. Guys, I have an honest-to-God whale betting into me. I'm never raising. I make the smooth call. The turn's a 6 of clubs, bringing in a backdoor flush draw. To my delight, she doesn't stop betting. She goes for $100, and again, guys, when you got a whale on the hook like this, you don't want to raise. Never interrupt your enemy while they're making a mistake. I once again call, and the river is absolutely beautiful. The ace of diamonds. I've now achieved the undisputed nuts on this board. Before I can even comprehend how pure and juiced this runout is, she just goes ahead and jams for my last $201. This is going to qualify as a snap call for me, guys. I'm just too high up in my range. The cutoff shows ace queen, and yeah, massive cooler coming my way. Variance will probably kick me in the nuts for running this pure, but in the moment, you just gotta enjoy it and be grateful for these insane setups. More importantly, look at all these white chips. Challenge is going incredible. Get a couple questionable squeezes through, pick up a few more white chips, then we're dealt ace queen offsuit. The same lady from last hand opens to 10, and I 3-bet to 50 from the small blind. Action folds back to her, and she goes, well, it's about that time, and jams for her remaining $140. This is a gross spot for a few reasons. First, ace queen, you shouldn't really call 4-bet jams with, but it's only $90 to win $200, so getting a great price, obviously. Second, when people say, oh, time to go home and jam, that's usually pocket aces. But I do have this player tagged as a whale, so there's no telling what she could be doing this with. I think for a bit, I think it's a really close spot, all things considered, but when that's the case, I usually just stick the money in. Our table mates want to see our hands so they can sweat the run out with us. We both agree, and she flips over ace 8 of diamonds. I knew she was a whale, but I didn't know she was 4-bet jamming with ace 8 suited type of whale. This is obviously great news. Better yet, the flop comes clean, the turn comes cleaner, and then the river's an 8. Oh my god, guys. Ugh. Pretty gross, but you know what they say. No good call goes unpunished in this game. Felt like an absolute beast when she turned over ace 8, but the river put me in my place. Thank you, poker gods. I think I had a little bit of an ego after the ace king hand. Thank you for reminding me that we are just mere subjects of your will. Shortly after, the table broke, but as you can see, I've acquired over 100 white chips so far. Not much happened at the new table, but I did go runner Broadway with ace queen, scooped a small pot, but more importantly, look at all these white chips, guys. Pretty juiced, we'll take it. That table ended up breaking as well, so this is my third table in 30 minutes. Not much happened in the next 45 minutes to an hour, but I kept folding my blinds, collecting 7 white chips every 10-15 minutes, and as you can see, the hard work has been paying off. I have over 160 white chips at the start of this hand. There's an under the gun limp, and I peel 6-5 of clubs. Feeling a bit bored, not really getting any hands. This is about the prettiest thing I've seen in over an hour, so I bump it up to 12. I get 3 callers, so we're going to be 4 ways to a flop of 6, 6, 7, 2 hearts. Actions on me, straight draws available, flush draws available, over pairs, ton of stuff to get value from and protect from. I bet $25. Action folds to the button, who thinks for a second and raises. This is obviously an unbelievable development. I have 3 of the same card, and I'm getting raised by an in-position player. These raises are very rarely a bluff, but I've seen this guy. He seems pretty splashy, capable of doing this with combo draws, nut flush draws, straight draws, a bunch of stuff, and my hand needs a ton of protection from those holdings. I only have 1 move, guys. I'm all in for his remaining $281. He does not look too thrilled by this. We evade the snap call. This is all great news, but eventually he sticks the money in, and we're off to a turn in a river. The turn is the queen of clubs, as clean as it gets, and the river is the 9 of diamonds, so 10-8 of hearts comes in, but that's about it. I turn over my hand. He starts shaking his head, saying he missed. I'm still a bit concerned about getting slow rolled. There's a big slow roll culture in this room. I don't want to be a victim. But guys, eventually he picks up his cards, throws them in the muck, says nice hand, and we take down this really nice pot about 10 minutes before we head out. I was in for 500, out for 1100 on the dot, so a profit of $600. Now, for the moment you've all been waiting for, I managed to collect 171 white chips through 5 hours of play. I'd consider that mission success. That's a ton of white chips to accumulate, but it does beg the question, did collecting those chips cure my boredom at the poker table? And I'm gonna be honest, guys, I don't really get that bored at the poker table. There's always some drunken guy wailing it all off, some nit jamming with aces on a king high board for 10x pot, and I find all this stuff super entertaining. You don't need to be on your phone to have fun while playing poker, guys. Next time you go to the card room, shut your phone off, talk to your table mates, and watch the absolute debauchery that happens on all these tables. Give it a shot. Let me know how it went. Featured comment right here. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like, subscribe. I'll see you guys next week.